The predictions were made, the stage was set, and the chaos erupted. On episode 389 of The Burning Truth, we're pulling back the curtain on WWE Crown Jewel 2025, and you guessed it, we're breaking down that turn that left the entire wrestling world reeling. It's Scott Barratt, it's Matt Burns, and we're coming in hot. Are you ready? Hey, it's Scott Barratt, and you're back with The Burning Truth. And I'm here once again with, my co-host with the most. It's Matt Burns, everybody. How are you, Matt?
Thank you all. Okay? Thank you all. I am just going to say this. I think the crowd need to have a bit of a clap for themselves as well.
Okay, just showing this off. Just after the big win yesterday over Liverpool, just to make sure everybody knows that United beat Liverpool 2-1 yesterday, and Liverpool have lost 4 in a row. But that's not what we're here for, Matt Burns. We're here for Crown Jewel. We did the predictions a few weeks ago. Obviously, we were doing a watch along the week of Crown Jewel in the schedule, so we missed our reactions and review episodes. So that's going to form part of this episode. And we also want to talk about that turn from the Monday Night Raw a couple of nights later. So where shall we start, Matt Burns? I think we should start by me maybe pulling up the graphic.
If you want to pull up the graphics, that's entirely up to you.
So if you watched our predictions episode, if you haven't watched our predictions episode, please go back on the YouTube channel and find it. Suffice to say, I did not have a good night. And as we go through the review, hopefully everybody knows the results by this point. But if you don't know the results, we'll go through them point by point for us here. But it's suffice to say, Matt Burns, it was not a good night for me. And it was a very, very good night for you.
It was a good night for me. But I don't want to say this. I didn't expect it at all.
No?
I really did not expect it at all, because I was sitting there thinking to myself, I'm going against bookies. I'm going against a fan favorite. I'm going against a top dog, a household name. And it happened. And I'm like,
you'll have to excuse me if I'm doing some sniffling, Matt Burns. I have got a bit of a cold today.
No, it's quite
right. A little bit with the flu. But we rock on and we talk about Crown Jewel. So Crown Jewel, great event in Australia this time. We still had the Crown Jewel titles, which were moved from Saudi into Australia for the event, and the winners got their rings as they did last year, and the title belts have gone back into storage. The first match on the card, though, Matt Burns, was not one of these Crown Jewel title matches, was it?
No, it wasn't. It was none other than the Australian street fight.
Yeah, the Australian street fight between
Bronson Reed versus Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns, baby. And suffice to say, this did not go the way I thought it would. It did go the way I predicted the month before, if you remember. I made the right prediction for the wrong show.
And yeah, I made the prediction for the right show.
Yeah, luckily you got it the right way around. So Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. Unbelievably, Bronson Reed got the W on Roman Reigns. Only the third person to have pinned him in the last 5 years, I think it was.
Yeah.
Absolute madness. So that list is now Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, and Bronson Reed. Madness. Absolute madness. What a win for Bronson Reed.
And you can't even include
career defining, right?
Yeah. Definitely. And the weird thing about it is, for me, Roman was the bookie's favorite.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and rightly so, man. I mean, I didn't see it coming in this one because he was on international soil. I didn't think they would. I didn't think Bronson Reed. I thought they might put Bron Breakker over Roman at this point. I did not think they put Bronson Reed over. It made sense to me at the month before because I thought they could have wrote Roman out until Survivor Series. I did not expect him to be at Crown Jewel, let alone be in a featured match. So
yeah.
And the whole thing with the Usos, we had a bit of a confrontation with the Usos at the end, right?
Yes, we did.
Talk us through that.
Well, what I noticed with it is, as they were doing it, they were disagreeing, and Roman literally just goes, "I don't want to see either of you till after Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, until see him at Christmas. Yeah. And I
Until
thought
I
that
see
was,
him.
yeah, I thought that was a bizarre moment until I thought back. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought, well, maybe this is a way to move into a Jey Uso heel turn.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking, or because that's sort of where
No. From what I've seen of Jey Uso,
right.
I'm just now thinking to myself, a heel turn. At the same time, okay, I can see what they're doing.
Yeah.
Do I agree with it?
I don't know. Do you?
No.
You would prefer to see him stay as a baby?
It doesn't make sense to turn somebody heel when they're meant to be red hot.
Okay.
When their merch is selling. And I get that. The only reason I can think of turning Jey heel is to give LA Knight that push.
Really?
Yeah, it's the only thing I can think of. Because if you think about it, them two always been competing with the one word, a one word beginning with Y, 4 letters.
It's a very similar gimmick, and I think LA Knight picked up on that. I expected LA Knight to turn a few months ago. I think we talked about that too.
I'll be honest with you. I expected LA Knight more than than Jey Uso.
Yeah,
I really did.
So I predicted Roman Reigns for this match.
Yeah.
You predicted Bronson Reed, unbelievably. And there we go. Hey, presto, Matt Burns 1-0 up. Epic. What was match 2?
Match 2 was a singles match for the 2025 WWE Women's Crown Jewel Championship, pitting Raw's Women's World Champion, Stephanie Vaquer, versus SmackDown's WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton.
I've just realised I didn't have my light on, sorry. Tiffany Stratton versus Stephanie Vaquer in a match that I believe we both predicted correctly, and we both made the same prediction. Neither of us saw.
I am going to say this. You don't know how close it was, almost being a switch.
Really? I definitely saw Stephanie Vaquer winning this, and I think I said it at the time. I didn't expect her to become the champion when she did. I thought she was going to be the Rumble winner this year because I knew they had big plans for her. But as soon as she won the title, she was always winning that Crown Jewel match. Tiffany is struggling a little bit over on SmackDown, in my opinion. Stephanie Vaquer is the horse they're backing right now.
All I'm saying to you is, would you like to know how long it was before I actually changed it to Stephanie? 30 seconds before we went live.
There you go. So we both predicted Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer got the win, became the Women's Crown Jewel Champion for 2025. Obviously, Liv Morgan won it last year. So there we go. We've now got 2 of those champions, Liv Morgan year 1 and Stephanie Vaquer year 2. Totally saw that happening. But not a surprise, but not a problem either.
No.
Okay.
No issues.
So let's talk about match 3 then, Matt Burns. What was next? Was it by far the match of the night? Because I thought it was.
I'm sorry, but if anyone sits there, disagrees and says this was not match of the night, or sits there moaning, it's like, they're just ripping up other people's moves and doing this, it's nostalgia.
Never do that again.
I'm sorry. I'm not.
Never do that again. Me. Sounded like a Muppet.
That's what
exactly like. Doing the beat.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, it was fabulous. John Cena, AJ Styles. Not only did they absolutely tear it up, but they paid homage and so many callbacks to previous people that they'd worked. I thought it was fabulous. I thought the match was really well laid out. I thought the all the one for the working man. I thought
thank you.
Yeah, I thought that the spots they put in were fabulous. AJ obviously paying homage to Christopher Daniels throughout the match. I really liked the introductions with John Cena bringing out the note for AJ Styles. That
hit me in the
reference. Really, really good. Made it seem really special. The The callbacks too. I tell you what, I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the skull crushing finale. Obviously, the tombstone before the AA for the win. I thought the whole thing was utterly fabulous. I thought they did a really good job. And anybody who said it was a glorified house show match, the crowd reaction said it all for me. I thought it was fabulous. John Cena, AJ Styles. What were our predictions for this? Did we both predict John Cena?
No.
I was trying to get away with that then.
Somebody went AJ Styles.
I did. I went with AJ Styles. I went with my head rather than my heart. So I went AJ Styles. You went John Cena. And just like that, Matt Burns, you were 3-1 up.
Yeah. The weird thing about this match is I also noticed the Samoa Joe tribute. Did you notice
Absolutely.
that?
Yeah, got the Samoa Joe tribute in as well. There was loads, absolutely loads. And it was really hard for me to mark them all down. If I'd watched it again before this stream, I may have gone back and found that. But I think so many callbacks. Go back and watch it yourselves if you're interested. There was so much in there.
The one that hit me the most,
yes,
that hit me the hardest, genuinely, was the Bray Wyatt.
Oh, yeah, with the crowd and the lights. It was beautiful. Really, really nice moment.
Enough said. It was just phenomenal match. Absolutely brilliant. And what I thought was so nice in this is it wasn't just Cena paying his tribute. It was almost like AJ paying his tribute to some of his colleagues and everything, especially with the news that had come out as well.
Yeah, it was a lovely, lovely moment. Yeah, obviously AJ looking to retire next year at the end of his contract. John Cena's done in 4 appearances. I thought it was a beautiful tribute. And yeah, like I say, just like that, Matt Beans, it was 3-1 to you.
I still find it scary.
Yeah, absolutely. What was match 4 on the card, Matt Beans?
Match 4 was a tag team match. This pitted the Kabuki Warriors, which is Asuka and Kairi Sane.
It's Kabuki.
Versus Io Sky and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, home country for Rhea Ripley. Obviously, a huge star over there. What did we make of this, Matt Beans?
We both went for Io Sky and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, and I think it was definitely going to happen. It was the right thing to happen. Rhea got the win. Well, Rhea was in the ring for the win. Obviously, her team got the win. And great moment for the live crowd. Great moment for the PLE. Yeah, I enjoyed it. What did you think?
Absolutely excellent. Nothing more I can say. Genuinely.
And that made it 4-2 to yourself in the predictions.
That it did. Still shocked, though. Still shocked,
absolutely. And that moves us on to the main event of Crown Jewel. What did go on? Tell us what the match was first. That's probably a good idea.
Singles match for the 2025 WWE Crown Jewel Championship, the men's.
Yeah.
This one was Raw's World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins versus SmackDown's Undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. This one, for me, was in the bag.
Really?
This one, I knew without fail.
This was your cert?
This was my cert.
Okay, go on then. Give me the details on that.
Because Cody had already won it prior. He won it the previous year. So, in a way, he was the first one to be coming back to defend for the Crown Jewel.
For the first
Secondly, time. SmackDown had already gotten one in the men's side. So it would have been fair to balance it out with a Raw. A little bit.
A little bit.
But at the same time, it was the promo stuff. It was the fact that, Seth was still seething over the fact that he hadn't beaten Cody, and Cody kept rubbing that in. That little sort of, it's almost like, promo kiss. The second you sit there saying, "You've never beaten me."
Right, okay. That's where you thought it was coming from.
It was sort of, and I just went, the only way, and I just went, Cody can take the loss here because he can have a reason, potentially.
Okay.
He potentially drew, is what I was in the head. Where Seth, if he loses, he has the whole issue with him building up the vision. He needed to win this to build up for the vision. Or so I thought.
Well, we'll get there. We'll absolutely get there. So your prediction for this one was Seth freaking Rollins. Mine was
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. And that made it a clean sweep for Matt Burns. Taking our total scores now for this year, we've predicted every PLE match this year, and it's now Matt Burns 48, Scott Barratt 44. And this is disappointing because with one PLE left this year, there's probably only 5 points in it. And with a 4-point swing, I think Matt Burns, it's fair. I'm fairly confident at this point that you're going to take the victory. But statistically, you still haven't won.
Never say never.
Yeah, we're close. It's not close anymore, though.
No.
There's daylight between us.
I'm saying this to you. I might have daylight, but I'm not going to brag about it.
No, that's it.
It's not that. It's just I can see something. You can have a horrific. I could have a horrific one where I get all of them wrong and you get them all right, and I've lost.
Yeah, that could happen.
I can get one and you get a clean sweep of,
There's
5.
the possibility of that, Matt Burns. Always.
And then we have the tiebreaker.
Oh yeah. Well, if we get to a tiebreaker, we did say we would use John Cena's last match, but that is the end of our Crown Jewel review and predictions review. And now we're going to go straight into a second segment that we're going to call tonight the news. Before we get into the news, though, Matt Burns, the biggest piece of news we've got this week is right above me just here. Do you want to talk about this?
Of course. Why not? The lovely QR code, which will guide you straight to the Burning Truth website, straight into the merch section, to all of our lovely merch. All of our lovely
so you can get yourselves Burning Truth t-shirts and a few other bits and bobs on there. Always new stuff being added. Matt Burns has got a couple of new designs that he'll be uploading very, very soon, including the Brainurism t-shirt, the D'Lo Brown Brainurism t-shirt, which we're very excited about. But, Matt Burns, we're going to talk about
the rules.
This just in. And what we wanted to talk about specifically was, and I've got my notes up on the screen here, Matt Burns, so if you don't mind me just running through this, and then I'd love to get your reaction. The closing angle from Raw in Perth on the 13th of October, that was this Monday just gone. Bron Breakker blindsided Seth freaking Rollins after his win at Crown Jewel. Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman were involved in the swerve and both eventually decided to side with Bron Breakker, although they both looked shocked at the time. The beatdown ended with Breakker standing tall, hoisting the World Heavyweight title over a laid-out Seth Rollins. WWE and multiple outlets framed it as the Vision, which is Seth Rollins' group, betraying its own leader. It was presented on the WWE channels as a stunning attack on Seth Rollins. That's what's on the preview for tonight's Raw, October 20th. And General Manager Adam Pearce will update Rollins' status after last week's ambush by Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. WWE's official website is also teasing what's next for Breakker, Reed, and Heyman in the fallout. Bless me, sorry. This is after CM Punk had won a #1 contendership on the same show. So we've now got Seth Rollins potentially injured by Bron Breakker in the Vision. We have Bron Breakker hoisting the World Heavyweight title above his head. And we've got #1 contender in CM Punk. What do we think, Matt Burns?
Oh, where do we go with this? Where do we go with this? This one is throwing an absolute spanner. And I can tell you exactly why it's led to this. The reason why it's led to this is because originally the speculated turn of Bron Breakker wasn't meant to happen now. It was actually meant to be happening way later, down the road, way later.
Yeah.
However, the reason why it's been rushed ahead is because Seth Rollins suffered an injury.
Injured, we think, right?
I'll be honest with you.
This time, maybe.
I had doubts.
Yeah.
No, I had my doubts. But when I watched the match again, of him versus Cody Rhodes, I saw where it was.
Right, yeah. And it's an arm injury this time, right? It's not the leg like last time. It's an arm injury.
It's an arm injury, but it's a bad one. And I know exactly what from. Do you know what it was from?
No.
Coast to coast.
Ah, right, okay.
Do you know when he did the headbutt?
Yeah.
He put his arm down first, and you see him.
Oh, he's twisted it. Okay, got you. So coverage since this has noted that Breakker and Reed are going to be positioned as top tier heels on Monday Night Raw going forward, and Rollins may have to vacate the title due to this shoulder issue, suggesting the turn doubled as a storyline write-off. Do we believe that then? Yeah.
Yes.
Since then, some interesting notes on it, and I'd love to get your thoughts on some of this. Omos has publicly offered to back up Seth Rollins after the assault. I mean, I didn't even know he was still working for the company.
Yeah.
Cage Side Weekly's stock report framed the Brons as made men at the top of Raw's heel scene, following Rollins' uncertain status. And I'm just going to have to duck off for 2 seconds, Matt Bean, so if you can just take over for me.
I'll cover this. I'll cover this on why I think they are made men. Because bear in mind, you've got Bronson Reed, who was just beaten, who was considered the man, the individual who is the top dog, the big dog, Roman Reigns, the man who comes in and does as he pleases, beats up, takes names and everything. And yet Bronson Reed is managed to beat Roman Reigns. And as we said, he's one of the rare few individuals who have got a pinfall victory over Roman Reigns, which is astronomical. So there we go. He's already gone up in the rankings. Then you've got Bron Breakker, who's absolutely just recently annihilated the Raw, the Raw World Heavyweight Champion, and made Seth Rollins look like an afterthought. And bear in mind that Bronson Reed could have challenged Bron Breakker at this. He didn't. He sided with him. He sort of just went, he listened to what was said. So does that make Bron more in charge of the two individuals or not? So at the same time, you've got Bronson Reed, who's just beaten Roman Reigns, and then you've got literally Bron Breakker absolutely annihilating Seth Rollins. And the weird thing about it is Seth Rollins could be potentially out just from rumor for almost over an entire year, which is absolutely shocking. But if you think about it, how's that going to make Bron Breakker look? Seth Rollins is out for a year after taking that vicious spear from Bron Breakker. Inadvertently, they just made Bron Breakker's spear one of the most devastating moves, the most devastating spears out of nowhere that can be. And the scary thing about it is, I've seen a few people do the spear just at a moment's notice. There are a few people who can do it at a moment's notice with top speed. There's only two people I can think of for me personally, whenever I've done it, because even when I've seen Goldberg do it, it doesn't look natural. One, Xander Zulu from personal experience, and the second one is Bron Breakker. The man has that much of a jump start, even just from a short distance. He can make it look like he snapped off.
Did I hear the name Xander Zulu?
Yes.
Nice.
What? He'll appreciate the show.
Shout out to Lovejoy if he's ever watching.
Of course.
Yeah. So, what is next for it, Matt Burns? Have we talked about that? What do we see coming forward?
Personally, I think if Seth was around, guaranteed the Vision would have been tag team champions. Tag team champions, because right now the Judgment Day with them, what are they doing? What is the tag team champions? Bear in mind, I bet you when I just said the Judgment Day have got him, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, they have got him." You probably didn't even realize they've got him. You don't see him that much. You don't see them being defended.
Although they are defending this week on Monday Night Raw tonight. Actually, they're going to be defended on Monday Night Raw against AJ Styles and I want to say Rey Fenix. Might be Dragon Lee, one or the other.
Dragon Lee, because it's think about it, AJ Lee.
Oh, got you. Okay,
that's how I always remember it. But anyway, point being is, for me, I feel as though right now they're going to be getting mega pushes for potentially the main championship for Bron.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they're going to reevaluate the whole thing with CM Punk, and I feel sorry for Punk, who's had to just go through a triple threat.
Do you know what, though? I can definitely see Bron and Punk wrestling for the title. Bron, they're putting the strap on Bron, and then Punk winning the Rumble and going to WrestleMania to fight Bron in a rematch. I can see that as a mini road to WrestleMania. I can see it.
I think personally, Jey Uso and LA Knight could argue that. I think there's going to be a fatal four-way.
Oh, okay. So you think they're going to do a four-way title match, probably night one?
Yeah. Well, I think they're going to do
an opponent for Mania.
No. I don't mean for WrestleMania. I mean for Survivor Series.
Oh, okay. I've got you. Yeah, okay.
The weird thing about it is the vision would have been perfect for a certain match, and we.
Oh yeah, William Regal's favorite match, absolutely. But we did see on SmackDown last week, and this is probably, it's not in my notes, but it did happen. We are probably going to see the Wyatt Six versus the what we used to call the Floodline, what we now call the Family Tree, and we're going to see those probably in War Games at Survivor Series, aren't we? Absolutely. I'm looking forward to Survivor Series. I'm not looking forward to it quite as much without Seth Rollins. I feel like it's a big loss for the Fed overall right now.
Wow.
But I'm excited to see where it goes.
It gets worse, doesn't it? Because Seth Rollins is not the only one who's injured.
Oh, right. Okay. I didn't know this. Come on. This is new news for me.
Jacob Fatu.
Yes. I saw him got written out on SmackDown, actually, but I didn't know it was for a legit injury.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this one then, Matt Burns. How bad is it? Do we know?
It's another potential year.
Wow, really?
And it was from a something to do with a training that went a little bit wrong. And it's going to be long term from what they've said. They haven't stated how long for Jacob as such, but they have said it's not short. It's not short. It's definitely in.
He's so a high impact, though. I can understand how he would get injured by, doing anything like that. So, yeah, that's a shame for Jacob Fatu. But I do think when he comes back, he will come back and make a main event impact straight away.
Oh,
if it's a year one, maybe we won't see him for 18 months. Maybe he'll be a night after WrestleMania.
I feel as though when he comes back, that guy's going to be over. He's going to be over like.
Oh yeah, he will be elevation. Absolutely, he will be right at the top of the card. Matt Burns, is there any other burning news before I have to shoot off tonight? Is there anything else that you wanted to cover?
Right. I was going to cover a few things because
okay.
I was going to mention about the fact that we also had WrestleDream on.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about that quickly.
I will be quick with this one because I will say there is controversy of the main event.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yes. But I will say, I'll just do a quick rundown of the card.
Yeah, go for it, mate. Go for
I won't cover the pre-show stuff, even though technically one of the pre-show matches ended up being involved in the main show, would you believe? Because they went past the time and the actual start of the show ended up having the finish of the pre-show match at the beginning. So FTR were against Jet Speed at the start of the last pre-show match, but then the show started with the finish coming in right at the start of the show, the live show, with FTR defeating Jet Speed. Now, straight away for me, we had Jamie Hayter defeating Tekla with everyone banned from ringside. We had Jurassic Express, which is Jack Perry and Luchasaurus, defeating the Young Bucks, Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson, by a pinfall for the 500k tag team match. Winners received 500,000. 500k. Simple as. The Hurt Syndicate, all three members, defeating the Demand in a Tornado Trios match to determine the number one contender for the AEW World Trios Championship. We had Kyle Fletcher defeating Mark Briscoe by pinfall to successfully defend his AEW TNA Championship. We had Chris Statlander defeating Timeless Tony Storm in a singles match for the AEW World Championship, which, as I said, Chris Statlander successfully defended. And Mercedes Moné defeating Mina Shirakawa in a winner takes all match for the AEW TBS Championship and interim ROH Women's World Television Championship. This was an open challenge, which I will say there was not much time. There was no advertisements for this match, and it was shocking. The fact of it surprised me. I expected them to be advertising Mercedes Moné, seeing as at the time she had like 10 championships. But let's carry on. Tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Brodito defeated the Don Callis family. And we had a singles match for the AEW World Championship. Hangman Adam Page defeating Samoa Joe. And lastly, I Quit match. Darby Allin defeating John Moxley.
In an I Quit match where nobody said I quit.
No, they did. They did.
Did they though?
But it didn't feel like a regular I Quit match. Before the build up during the match, the things that they were doing to each other were absolutely. Some of them were absolutely monstrous.
And the finish was a sharpshooter.
Yeah.
I mean,
or a Scorpion Deathlock.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially seeing as we had someone make a return.
Yeah. Go on. Talk to us about that then.
Sting. Simple as Sting makes a return, and everyone's like, "What's he doing here?"
It's Sting!
Yeah. And it was actually, I looked at it. He wasn't there long. He just carried out Marina Shafir straight out. There you go. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
And took out the fishbowl with a baseball bat, which created some controversy. How could they allow people to be drowning each other during a match?
You're doing that voice again, Matt Burns. You're doing that voice again.
I'm doing it for the people who are Muppets.
You're getting booed every time you do that voice now.
Okay. We had certain fans. We had actually a former wrestler on there saying, "How can they be doing this? Children watch this show." And I will give AW their benefit of the doubt. They put this on last, so it was past midnight in most places. So most children would have been in bed. Okay, there was some kids in the venue. So there were, some adults aren't always responsible. The thing is, that is up to it's the parents' choice of whether they want them to watch it or not.
Yeah, let's not get into that on here. But yeah, I think
we're not. I'm just about to say we're not going to get onto this. What was more of a telling story? The former wrestler was sitting there saying, "Oh, how outraged they were." Someone stepped in and pretty much just owned them. Ooh. Mrs. Lee, as in Brody Lee's wife. God rest but Brody Lee. I'm going to cut this quickly. She pretty much turned around and just goes, "That's fine. Parents should be stepping in and everything. But you're sitting there saying that shouldn't be on TV, yet when you were wrestling in TNA, didn't you choke somebody with a belt? Was that okay in front of children?"
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? There's a lot of that in wrestling. Absolutely. Matt Burns, did we want to cover anything else from Wrestle Dream?
Why? What are you going to mention?
Nothing. I'm asking if we can move on, or
that's
we know
everything.
how I feel about AEW. I think
no.
I don't think it's improving any currently.
The actual event itself was actually good. It was a good watch. The matches were good.
4.5 hours, man. It was too long.
That's the issue. It's the time. It's the time frame. It is a very long watch.
WWE have perfected this now. 3-hour PLE, 5 to 6 matches. They've perfected it. The fact that Wrestle Dream was trying to stuff, 10 pounds of shit into a 5 pound bag.
Yeah.
Is there any other news you want to cover tonight, Matt Burns?
There is one piece of news I want to cover from
Let's do it.
the actual the crown jewel.
Yeah, let's make this the last one then.
Did you notice that during the John Cena match?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you notice during the John Cena match when the Walls of Jericho was done, Chris Jericho's name was mentioned?
I lost what you said at the end there. Chris Jericho's name was mentioned
by the commentators.
Yeah, and that doesn't normally happen, does it, WWE? But we are expecting him back for the Royal Rumble, and anybody that disagrees with me is wrong. I'm going to make a prediction right now. I expect to see Jericho at the Rumble, and that's not just the truth, Matt Burns. That is the burning truth.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So with that, I'm just going to not beat around the bush. I think that's a wrap up for this week's episode.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Because in all fairness, it's perfect. All I'll just say to everybody, please, please, please don't forget we are closing on 1,000 subscribers. If you haven't hit that button yet, now's the time. Help us hit that milestone and keep growing this amazing wrestling community.
Yeah.
Of course, we also recommend you check out your local wrestling. We're not doing like any sort of self-plug, UK away, Crew Cop and all this Saturday. A spectacular series. What?
Yeah, no, mate, it's good. It's good. Get it down, yeah. Make sure you search UKWA if you're in the Cheshire Crew area over the weekend, because there's going to be a fabulous show on there. And the weekend after, we've got United Wrestling in Stoke in Staffordshire with another fabulous show. So 2 huge weekends of wrestling coming up in the Midlands. If you are available, just search them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, wherever you get your social media, you can find them. And speaking of social media, Matt Burns.
Of course.
All you got to do is type in the burning truth.
That you do. And of course, if you're not sure if you're getting the right one, look for the belt.
Look for the belt, baby. Above both our heads and behind Matt Burns over here. He's got the logo in the background for him. And I think as well as that, we've got the website, theburningtruthuk.com. Just follow the QR code or type that in and you'll find us. All our merch, all our blogs, everything that we do is on there. Plus, if you are subscribed to our YouTube, you'll find all our videos. Tons and tons and tons of different playlists and videos on there. I mean, this is episode 389 of the main pod, but there's loads of other reactions, interviews, games, everything that we've done on the channel over the years. And before me as well, what I'm calling BS before Scott.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah. What else we got going on, Matt Burns?
Oh, wow. That we have got a lot on, haven't we?
A lot going on there, mate. Got a lot going on there. What else do you need to tell him?
Well, let's just say this. We're getting close. I thought I'd just get a bit of a mention out in advance. We are getting close.
To episode 400.
To episode 400, but it's not just that.
Oh, okay.
We're also getting close to the anniversary of The Burning Truth.
Okay, brilliant.
But that is coming. That will be in a few weeks.
That'll be in a few weeks, absolutely. Right, Matt Burns, what else do you want to tell him?
Of course, last but not least, as always, please, please, until next time, stay fired up, stay passionate, and remember, DFTBA. And in case you don't know what that means, don't forget to be awesome.
And if you do forget to be awesome, you will never, ever be the same.